we were with the lesson separation of substances. So in the last video I have explained you about some of the methods of separation. Okay, so among the methods of separation we have discussed what is hand picking, what is tracing, what is winnowing, and also what is sieving. Okay, with all this topic we have also discussed about the examples of all these different methods. Okay, and other than all those methods which we have already discussed, there are also some more different methods of separation. Okay, those are what? Sedimentation, decantation, and filtration. So today we shall discuss about these three topics. Okay, so here sedimentation. For this sedimentation we shall discuss with an example. Okay, first let's see the definition of sedimentation. So what is sedimentation? When the heavier component in a mixture settles after water is added to it, the process is called sedimentation. So for this let's take an example now. Okay, so here suppose if this is a glass. Okay, here we are taking what? Sand. Okay, if these are the sand. Okay, sand. These are what? Sand particles. Now we will add what? Water. This is what? Layer of water. Okay, so that means what? In this glass we have what? Mixture of water and sand. Okay, now let us keep this glass undisturbed. We will not disturb it, we will not move it, we will not shake it. Okay, we will keep it undisturbed for some time. Then after some time what we can see is these sand particles, those sand particles, they will settle down at the bottom. Okay, they will all settle down at the bottom, and the water layer we will find it on top of the sand. This is what? This is the layer of water. Okay, so this bottom layer is what? They are all sand particles, and this is what? Water. Okay, that means what? This sand is getting settled at the bottom. Why? Because they are what? They are heavier than the water molecules. Okay, sand particles are heavier than the water molecules, so they are what? Getting settled at the bottom. So this settling down of the heavier component or heavier particles are called sedimentation. Okay, so this is an example of sedimentation. Understood? Okay, so in this way what? The sand is getting settled down at the bottom and water is on the upper layer. Okay, that means what? Now we can say that water is on top and sand is down. Yes, below. So that means what? This sand and water is getting separated. So this sedimentation is also one of the method of separation. Okay, now let's see the definition of decantation. Okay, for decantation the definition is what? When the water is removed, the process is called decantation. Okay, the removal of water is called what? Decantation. What we are removing? Water. Okay, so again let's take an example. The similar example let's take. Now see, here in this glass what happened? The sand is already settled down at the bottom. Yes, they are already settled and water is in the upper layer. Now let's take this glass and now what? We can pour the water. Yes, so if we take this glass and pour the water here, what will fall? Only the water drops will fall here. Yes, these are the water drops, but the sand which is at the bottom, they will remain below in the glass. Yes, first of all only the water will fall. Yes, so this removal of water from a mixture after getting settled down is called what? Decantation. Okay, this process is called what? Decantation. What we are removing from this glass? That is what? Water. We are removing the water and taking the water in another glass, and what will remain here? Only the sand particles. So in this way what? We have now separated the water and the sand. Okay, so this method is called decantation. Okay, and the another method is what? It is filtration. So filtration is what? Removal of two different substances from a mixture. Okay, that is called filtration. So for filtration, one of the very common example is this one, separation of tea leaves with a strainer. What we are doing here, suppose if this is a pot where we have tea, okay, we are keeping tea in this pot. Now to drink a cup of tea, what we do? We do filtration. Yes, we do filter with what? By using a strainer. So this is the strainer, and we are separating the tea from where? From the tea leaves. Okay, from the tea leaves we are separating. The tea leaves will remain here, and the tea, only the liquid will pass through the strainer. Yes, so this method is filtration. Understood? Okay, so these are about the sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Okay, again, other than that, we can also do filtration by using a filter paper. Okay, filtration using a filter paper. Okay, this is filter paper is what? It is like a paper, but it is made of but it is not exactly similar with the paper. Okay, it is a little bit different kind of thing, but it is like a paper. Okay, so filter paper, it looks like this. Okay, for using the filter paper, what we do? We will fold the filter paper once first, and then we will fold it again in this way. Okay, in this way we will fold it, and then we will make a space in middle like this. Okay, so now filter paper we are keeping where? In this funnel. Okay, this is a funnel. We will keep the filter paper in the funnel, and then if we want to filter a water or any kind of mixture, then we will pour the glass of water here through this filter paper, and only the liquid drops, they will fall down here, and the smaller particles, which may be sand or maybe dust particles or maybe any kind of germs, they will all remain back here in the filter paper. So this is the diagram which is showing filtration using a filter paper. Okay, in this way also we can do filtration, okay, by using filter paper. And the other topics, okay, again those are also what? Method of separation. We can also consider this as also method of separation, which is evaporation. Okay, evaporation and also condensation. Okay, evaporation and condensation are also another methods of separation. Okay, but they are quite very different. Okay, for evaporation, the definition of evaporation is what it is. Let's see here. Okay, the process of conversion of water into its vapor is called evaporation. Okay, what we are doing? Conversion of water into vapor is called evaporation. Understood? Okay, and condensation is the process of conversion of water vapor into liquid form is called condensation. Just the opposite. Okay, evaporation and condensation are very much opposite to each other. Okay, first of all, let's see what is evaporation. If this is evaporation, definition is what? Conversion of water. If we have a water, this water will get converted to what? To vapor. Okay, so this is what? Evaporation. It gets converts to vapor. And condensation is what? Just the opposite. Condensation. For condensation, first of all we will have vapor. Vapor of what? Water vapor. Okay, we will have water vapor, and this water vapor, it will get converted to what? To water. Okay, converts to water. Is it opposite or no? See here, it was only, first of all we were having water and it get converted to vapor, which is evaporation. And condensation is what? If there is a water vapor, if we have a vapor, it will get converted to water. Okay, so these are the condensation and evaporation. Now let's take an example for this evaporation and condensation. First of all, let's see evaporation. Okay, for evaporation we are taking what? Example is heating a beaker containing salt water. Beaker means what? This is what called beaker. Okay, this thing is called beaker, and in the beaker we have what? Salt water. That means what? Mixture of water and salt. Okay, mixture of water and salt. Okay, this is a salt containing water. Now if we heat, we are heating it with a burner. If this is a burner, see, this is the red colored flame. Okay, flame. We are using fire to heat the glass of beaker having salt water. If we heat, after some time it will start boiling, yes or no? It will boil, and then what? Some vapor will come up like this. Vapor will go up, yes. Some vapor will rise up, yes. So what that means? This water is getting converted into vapor. Okay, if we continue boiling this continuously, if we continue boiling until and unless this water dries up, okay, that time what will happen? All this water will get converted to what? Vapor. They will all become vapor and they will go up as a gas. Okay, and what will remain at last? We will get back the salt here. We will get back the salt. Okay, we will get back the salt here. Understood? So in this way also, by heating we can separate salt and water, and this process is called what? Evaporation. Okay, that means water is getting converted to vapor. Okay, understood? This is evaporation. And for condensation, okay, for condensation, let's take an example again. Okay, suppose if we are preparing a okay, we can also take any kind of example. Suppose we are cooking a rice. Okay, if we are cooking a rice in a cooker, okay, suppose if this is the cooker, okay, if this is the cooker, okay, suppose if this is the cooker and this is the handle of a cooker, okay, if this is what? Cooker, pressure cooker. Okay, if this is a cooker, we are using fire here. Okay, this is what? Fire. Flame, that means flame. We are cooking a rice in a cooker. Okay, after cooking, what will happen? When it is done cooking, we will remove the cooker. Yes, now let's take out the cooker. We are taking out the cooker from the fire, and if this is the cooker again. Okay, now we are removing it from the cooker. See, this cooker is what? It is still hot. Yes, it is still hot. Yes, but we will eat the rice after some time. Yes, when it is getting cooled. Okay, when it is getting cooled. Okay, now when it gets cool, what we will do? We will open this lid. Yes or no? Yes, we will open this lid. Okay, suppose now we have opened it. If we open the lid, if this is the lid, means the dhakkan. Okay, if this is the lid, when we open the lid of a cooker, when it gets cool, we see that there are some drops of water attached in the lid. Yes or no? Yes, we can see. ढक्कन के ऊपर पानी दिखाई देता है कि नहीं? जब खाना खाने के लिए तुम लोग कुकर का ढक्कन खोलते हो, उसमें तुम लोगों को दिखाई देगा कि उस ढक्कन पे कुछ पानी लगा हुआ है. Drops of water we can see. Yes. Now, from where these drops of water are coming? From where? So first of all, we know that when we are cooking, okay, when we are cooking, there will be vapor, formation of vapor. Yes, those vapor are what? They are in the form of gas. Okay, now this vapor are what? They are hot gas. Okay, hot gas. So when this hot gas, when they are getting cooled, when they will get cooled, they will get converted into what? Into drops of water. Okay, when they get cooled, they will get converted into drops of water. And since this धुआं कहाँ जाता है? धुआं ऊपर की तरफ ऐसे जाता है ना? This vapor they rises up. So ये vapor जाके कहाँ लगता है? ये ढक्कन में ही तो लग जाएगा, है ना? ढक्कन के बाहर तो सब कुछ नहीं निकल के आता है. So ये vapor they will remain in the lid of the cooker. So what we can see when we open the cooker, we can see that there are drops of water because it is getting converted due to condensation, due to cooling. Okay, understood? So this is the example of condensation. Condensation, formation of water from the vapor. Okay, so here important thing which you must know is evaporation. Evaporation will take place on heating. Okay, evaporation takes place on heating and condensation takes place on cooling. Okay, condensation will take place on cooling and evaporation will take place on heating. Understood? So this is the definition and explanation about evaporation and condensation. Understood? Okay. Okay, so these were some of the methods of separation. Okay, and also we have one more last topic, that is, can water dissolve any amount of substance? Okay, for example, suppose we take a glass of water. There is a water. Okay, if we take a glass of water and if we add salt here, what we are adding? We are adding salt. If we add salt here, we can add this amount of salt up to certain amount. Okay, only up to certain amount we can add, because until when we will add the salt until it gets completely mixed up. That means until it gets completely dissolved. Okay, dissolve means क्या? Salt जब पानी में add करता है, salt disappear हो जाता है ना. That means what? The salt are getting dissolved in the water. Okay, but we will stop adding the salt when this salt will stop getting dissolved. ऐसे एक अगर तुम continuously salt डालते रहोगे water में, ऐसे एक time आएगा जब salt इस पानी में mix होना stop कर देगा. Okay, we will not be able to mix the salt in the water if we add too much. Okay, so that point when we cannot add more salt, means when the water will not be able to, suppose when the salt will not be able to get dissolved in the water, that point is known as saturation. Okay, saturation. Okay, saturated. We can say that this amount of water will get saturated at that point of time. Okay, so these were the topics in your lesson, that is separation of substances. So for today we have completed this lesson, separation of substances. I hope you have understood whatever I have explained to you. Thank you.